All right, so this is my first episode in my Amazon FBA process series. It's just a series I'm doing just to show my process for starting a Amazon FBA business and to go over all the things I do to grow it. So this is the first episode. Just a little background about me. Like you can tell from my channel, I'm a social media guy, so I have background in that aspect. And for the past year or two, I've been researching Amazon just to fully understand how it works and how to correctly actually be successful at Amazon. So this 6 months to a year, I'm going to be going over like my process and what I'm doing to grow it. So this is just the first episode. So basically it's just going over everything that I'm doing to start it. So the first episode, what I did over this week is just basically starting the business. So what I did is, the first thing I did is I got my LLC for the business. So the first thing I wanted to do is make sure I want to do everything legit. So I want to have an LLC for my business just so I can have the like peace of mind that like if something happens, and to make sure that I can keep my assets separate from my personal assets, just so when I actually do my taxes, I can do it like legitly and not do anything in the gray. So the first thing I did was create my LLC. What I also did, I have a little like notepad here, what I'm doing. So with the LLC, also what you have to do is you have to make sure you get an EIN number. So the second thing I did was get my EIN number. This is like for everybody, everyone has a social security number. This is a EIN number is just a business type of a social security number. So it just tells the IRS that the like specific number of the business, basically. So I got that done, and if you want to actually get an LLC, the easiest way to do it and the most affordable way is just doing it on your own. Because if you do it online on like Rocket Lawyer, Lawyer Zoom or something like that, they charge you ridiculous prices. Like it's so expensive. But what I do is you can just literally do everything online. I got my LLC in a day with $100. So you can either do it online, like you can pay someone, or you can do it yourself for $100. And it's not hard at all. You just have to, you have to be an American citizen, you have to know your social security number, and you have to be 18 years old. That's basically it. And it's $100. Like paying like $300 for someone else to do it, it doesn't really make sense to me. If you can just do it yourself for $100. So yeah, so that's the first thing I wanted to do, just so I can have all of my legality correct, and so everything is legal. And what I did today is I actually went to the bank and I opened, I'll write it down. I opened a banking account or checking account for the business. And I also opened a credit card for the business. So when I'm paying suppliers for the products and the units, I can have that peace of mind. Because if you didn't know, if you pay something with a credit card and it's not what you thought it was, or it's broken, they like misled you or anything like that, you can actually call up your credit card company and they'll give you your money back, and they won't even pay the person until they can figure it out. So it's a really good idea if you're spending thousands of dollars internationally paying for suppliers with Amazon. So I got a credit card for the business just so I can I don't have to have the cash on me, and I don't have to be like, because that would suck if something happened and you actually use your money and you couldn't get it back. You know what I mean? So using a credit card is really smart because you can have that peace of mind when you're paying thousands of dollars to internationally, which is a good thing. So after I did all that, so that's basically like all the like legal things. I'm just gonna put legal. So legal things. And I also, what I wanted to do is I wanted to, when you're ordering samples of your products, you usually suppliers will ask for PayPal just because it's easier for them. So I opened a merchant account for the business. So I opened a PayPal merchant account. And a merchant account is just another way of saying a business account. So that's what I did for that. And what I also wanted to do is I wanted to make sure everything's set up when I'm paying like a supplier for one of the products. Is I set up my Alibaba account. And when you're contacting suppliers and stuff like that, you want to make sure that like you have a script so they portray you as a big business. So like what I'm doing is I'm making sure everything that I'm sending the supplier is professional, just like my social media agency. So making sure everything is looking professional, everything is looking just so they can I feel like you're gonna become a bigger client. So they'll let you, they'll give you better discounts on their units. They'll let you do like 500 units or even less than that. Rather than having to buy like 1,000 units for that, and samples, of course. So I think that's all I did for that. So yeah, and also you want to, of course, I already had this, but like you want to make a seller central account. And I'm so glad I did this. I created one like back in 2016, I think, when I was just learning like the control panel because it's kind of confusing. So what I did is I learned how to navigate through the Seller Central just panel, because there's a lot of technical things that you need to learn. And there's videos on that on Amazon Seller Central, so you can look at those, which I did. So I just get a better idea and I'm not very confused if something happens, so I know how to just maneuver it. So that's basically what I did so far. After I get all my information back from my bank account, I will be contacting the supplier, and I'll let you guys know how that goes in the scripts I'm using and stuff like that, just so you understand everything that I'm doing. So if you want to follow along, you can do so. So basically, I'll just go over it again briefly. So the first thing I wanted to do is get an LLC. I didn't want to pay a couple $100 doing it, letting someone else do it, so I just did it myself. You can just go online, go on Google and search LLC form, and then your state, because different states have different forms and so on. So in order to get your LLC and to get a bank account, you need to make sure you have an EIN number. And to do that, you just need to go on the IRS website, and then you can just fill out their online form for that. And then also I created a checking account for the business, and I also got a credit card for the business. And in order to open a credit card, a business credit card, you have to have personal credit history. So make sure when you're, I think you can open when you're 16. So when you're 16 years old, open a credit card, and I'm pretty sure if you're even younger than that, you actually can open one in your parents' name, so you'll receive the bank's benefits from your parents on yours. So you'll be co-signing, like your parents will be co-signing the credit card in your name, just in order to build your credit up. So yeah, that's what I did. And I also created a PayPal merchant account just so I can pay suppliers with that account and make sure it's connected to my checking account and my Alibaba account. So everything that I have is connected, meaning that like the names are the same, the emails are similar, and so on and so forth. So basically that's what I did. if anyone has any questions or concerns on how I went about that, and just any questions about that or SMMA, just shoot me a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, that's basically all I have for today. If I just want to say this is my journey for Amazon FBA. There's a ton of different ways to make money on Amazon, drop shipping, and so on and so forth. But my thing that I'm doing is private label, just because I want to be able to build the product, and I don't want to, it's the right way to do it. I feel it's the right way to do it. There's a lot of other ways, but that's just what I feel, in my opinion. You can do it your way, but yeah, it's my way. So yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their day. Get out there and kill it, and just know for a fact that if you keep working for it and if you keep taking the action and grinding, one day you will get it. So that's all I have. So peace, guys. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.